Okay, guys, welcome back to this week where we're going to focus on SEO. So, SEO is a very misunderstood term, and one of the things that we can do is just educate you on what SEO is. SEO is not a checklist, a switch. It's not something that you can just turn on and have it work. Um, it's an art. There's an art form in it because you have to remember that we don't own Google. Google does its own thing. If Google's algorithm changes, our way of doing SEO changes. So it's a mix between an art and a science. And that's really the best way to understand it. There is scientific step-by-step things that need to be done that work, and then there's this artistic form of what Google likes to see and what people like to see. And so that's what SEO is. It's a ongoing process. It's a process that requires work to be done, obviously, but it's something that is super valuable because SEO is, when it comes down to it, it's free marketing, right? You're going to have to pay for it, and hopefully you're not going to have to pay as much because I'm going to try to set you guys up in a really good spot. But what it is instead of bidding on, let's take for instance, let's see here, I should be able to come out here. Let's take for instance, there you go. There you go. So let's take for instance this thing right here. If we type in Boston Moving Company, we type in right here, here are ads, here are more ads, here are organic results, and here are organic results down here. So the reason why I want to show you this is because what SEO does is imagine being the other guy's moving company, or Stairhopper Movers, or Mozart Movers. Imagine being them. They are in these kind of top spots without having to pay for this right here. And a lot of people will also search for this right here, or they'll search for Boston Moving Company and they'll know these are ads and they'll skip right away. Now these guys suddenly become very valuable. What about below the maps, kind of this switch over? Now look at Boston, this guy right here, Boston Moving Company official site, bostonmoving.net. Boston Moving Company and being up here is really valuable. Let's type in something that's a little more Boston Movers. So I type in Boston Movers here. We've got our paid, right? They're spending money, and it looks like based off of this, $28.58 per click. So they're spending $28 a click to get people to their website. This is exactly what we set up in the week before. The benefit of how we set it up is their exact match. So we know that if they're searching for it and they click on your site, they're intently looking for your product. So that's the benefit of it. But what about being able to rank for some of those exact match keywords that you guys did in the last week, right? Chandler Movers, Chandler Movers, Boston, whatever it is. Being able to rank in this top spot area right here and top on the first page of Google. Well, imagine being able to rank there without having to spend $28 a click. Now the 4,400 people that are searching Boston Movers every single month come and click on your site. And the way to do it is if there's 4,000 people searching, those top 3 to 4 people, you're getting about 30% of those clicks. So that's about 120. Let's see here, 30% is 300 times 4, 1,200. So that's about 1,200 people coming to your website, to your site organically. Now let's do the math. 1,200, so 4,000 people, let's say, come and search this. If you get on the first page of Google, at the very, very bottom of the first page, I always tell my clients, you're looking at about a 10% click-through rate. So that's 400 people that are going to get to your website just because you're on the very bottom of the first page. Well, 400 people times the cost of $28.58 a click, look how much money you're saving in 1 month. You are going to bid and pay Google to get 400 people to click on your website for this term. You're going to spend $11,432. That's why implementing an SEO kind of base and having SEO is super helpful in the long term. And the reason why a lot of people don't do it up front is because it's expensive. You can get these ads all over the place for $99 a month and get great SEO. $200 a month, great SEO. Right, and the reality is they don't really do much. They make some changes. Most likely, they make some changes in your metadata, and they pay for some backlinks, and that's it. There's not this thought process that goes into it. Does it work? Yeah, maybe every once in a while. They wouldn't be in business if every once in a while it worked. But their main thing is they're capitalizing on people's ignorance, moving or company owners' ignorance, and I'm trying to teach you not to be ignorant in this process. So very bottom of the first page, Boston Movers, 400 times $28, $11,000 you're spending. Or you can rank organically and get to the bottom of the first page just like that. So there's a very amazing and beneficial long-term strategy in SEO. Let's imagine you're in the top 3 to 4 spots. Now you're looking at 4,000 people searching it. 30% are going to be clicking through to your site, roughly 1,200 people per month. So that's a lot, 1,200 people times $28.58. Woo! $34,000 you could be saving. So the numbers are probably a little bit off, but the idea is there that you're saving a lot of. I mean, Boston's a very big company. Now, getting to Boston Movers is a hard. I mean, that's a super competitive. There are companies spending thousands of dollars each month to get to these top spots. So it's going to be hard to rank. Well, what I'm going to try to teach you to do is to rank for some of these offshoot niches. And the whole point of that is, yeah, 4,000 people coming to your site a month would be great. But what about getting us kind of a side thing and getting 170 people coming? Well, 170 people, those places or those terms are easier to rank for, and you can even try to start ranking for it. And I'm going to teach you how to go through some of this process. So what I would look at is if you're in Boston, yeah, Boston's going to be super powerful because there's 4,400 people searching it. Well, what you can do is go, well, maybe you're more in the Cambridge area of Boston. Well, what you can do is go here and zoom into some of these suburbs, right? Somerville, Cambridge. Let's look here at Cambridge Movers. And I have with my keyword tool about 170 people search that per month. Well, Cambridge is still Boston and it's still close, but they're searching just something different. They're looking for the same thing, but they're searching differently. Well, Cambridge Movers has about 170 people per month going. Competition isn't as high. Look at the cost per click right here, only $11. So it's half as expensive to be here. Well, look at this, Cambridge Local Moving Company, right? Being able to rank for some of these top spots, it's not as competitive, it's easier. If you looked before, these are real companies, right? A1 Movers, Cambridge Movers, where Boston Movers before, if we go back to where we were searching, this is Yelp, Boston. So you have high competition. Yelp is a multi-million-dollar business, right? You're competing for these spots. So this is like a phenomenal kind of understanding of SEO. There's a strong, hard, expensive words, and then there's kind of these offshoots. And so when you talk to a company, you talk to me, or when you're doing it yourself, think about it, what they're looking to do. If they're telling you they're going to rank for Cambridge, they better not be quoting you a $5,000 a month package. If so, you better run for the hills. If they're quoting you to get you ranked for Boston Movers, then $5,000 a month is actually a really good deal. So you have to be kind of aware on how you're choosing SEO companies. But this is the benefit of SEO and what kind of goes into it. So that's a little bit of an overview of SEO, the benefits, how to kind of understand a company, understand why we do kind of different sub niches. And so that's why, when we go through this, I'm going to really try to get you guys to get into some of these little 170 a month searches. Cambridge Movers, right? They're still in Boston. If you're close to that area, it's still relevant. And if you can rank for that, then you're still getting 30, 40 people who are looking for movers calling you up. So that's what we're going to go into. That's a little bit about kind of what this is, the difference between a heavy keyword and a not a heavy keyword. If you're talking to SEO companies, the difference between quoting and how that works. So hopefully this helps, and I'll see you guys in the next video here, and we're going to go into kind of some things of what ranks Google for different keywords and stuff like that. What are the ranking factors? We'll see you there.